The anime television premiere is on the horizon. As a manga fan, I can safely say I am completely hyped. There's a clear sign that it has a wealthy marketing in Japan, from early merchandises to premiere in theaters with 5 episodes. That's very assuring. But why should we set our calendar for an anime debut of a weekly Shonen Jump work? What can it offer to excite us? Why the hype? Allow me to explain. Number 1. A simple engaging story. If you're curious already, by now you should have read the synopsis. A young boy, Tanjiro, takes care of his family after his father's passing, happily living together as lovely family. Tragedy struck when he finds his home attacked, leaving no one alive except for his sister, Nezuko. However, she is no longer a human, but a demon. This is the cruel reality where demons lurk and kill humans. It may not be original in premise, including trying to save his sister, but much like many other series, it's the journey that makes it appealing. It's not a journey with fun and games, but a harsh and terrifying survival. It's not always incredibly dark, as the trailers didn't show much of its humor and lighthearted tone, but the path remained cruel and fearsome. Dark doesn't make it engaging. It's the characters' feelings and progression that make it work. It's the engaging progression that slowly builds the protagonist and others to believable, strong slayers. On one hand, it could be problematic for some as the series has a slow start, but the very beginning gives enough reason to believe why it will take time to develop. The anime is set to produce 26 episodes. Rather than cut short and wonder if the series has more to offer, newcomers will receive a better judgment with its slow crawl to triumphant and rewarding development. Not only they grow strong, but their maturity and challenge grow as their road leaves more to walk down. Number 2. Dreary, grim, and absorbing atmosphere. The trailers have shown some terrifying experiences with demons lurking, fight to survive. That is accurate. It is not to say the series is unique with its violent and bone-chilling nature, including with The Promised Neverland, recently debuted under the same publication. However, while that said series is more of a thriller and mind game, this is more of a battle shonen centric that meets horror, which could be a good change of pace for some newcomers. Think of Uncharted series and The Last of Us series. One is explosive fun, and the other is gritty. The latter is this series. Its environment can leave you unnerving. The forest never felt so terrifying, but this will certainly remind you on why. The environment extends beyond trees, but I won't ruin your anticipation. The danger is fully realized. Once you adapt the harshness, you can believe just about every danger that can end a life or heavily wound a person. Even when not in combat, the danger can stem from the unknown. It keeps you on the edge of your seat, and prey is only your imagination. It's not all dark, however. The trailers may not show much, but there are lighthearted and humor portions that will put you at ease. Fortunately, the comedy is pretty funny, and while I can't guarantee on the adaptation, there's a special charm to his art in humor. You will have to watch and see what I mean. Don't worry, the shifting tone is necessarily timed well. Doesn't take you out of the tension. What I'm looking forward to the most is the original soundtrack. Although we only got small samples from trailers and some other tidbits, it already has tons of promises. With very promising composers Yuki Kajura and Go Shina, guys that brought you Fate and Tales of series. They have the magic to convey the emotion and nature of this world. All in all, the atmosphere will absorb you, despite its violent nature. That begs the question, why on earth is this series compared to Goblin Slayer? I am positive it's not just because the title Slayer is due to how violent it is. Seriously? Oh well, I heard worse, I suppose. Number 3. Compelling characters. Tanjiro is the protagonist of the story. Personally, he is the best in Weekly Shonen Jump today. He's like a hybrid of 2 types of shonen protagonists. One is the badass killer, for good intention at least, and the other is lovable, caring, and somewhat merciful guy. Naruto gets a knack with his comical trope, Talk no Jutsu. Tanjiro has a similar feel, but rather than converting the enemy, he sends them off in a peaceful manner, depending on the circumstance. I won't reveal his nature entirely, but it's the best kind of balance. More importantly, his journey is what stands out. You can grasp his inexperienced fighting skill and reactions when he first encountered a demon. The more the series progresses, the more his body language and mindset develop. It sounds basic on paper, but the execution is astounding. His progression, as well as other characters, is what makes the slow burn worth going through. The reward system of development keeps it rich, so you will always find yourself rooting for him. There are 3 other characters, Nezuko, Zenitsu, and Inosuke. I won't go into greater detail, but each of them offer a unique style of combat and personality. Nezuko is interesting because of her demonic nature, the way how it conveys her struggle in more ways than simply seen as an enemy is compelling. She's a heroine, and don't worry, she won't disappoint. Zenitsu is a comic relief, though got some cool perks, and Inosuke is amusingly wild. As side characters, they get the most focus, and they are a lot of fun. Speaking of characters, there will be more on the horizon judging by a poster. I won't talk about them, but they are definitely interesting. It's uncertain where the anime ends at, but whoever gets on screen, they will leave an impact. The best part is how the series treat them very well. Some series tend to leave majority of the cast in the background as a running gag, but here, depending on the focus, they have layers and backstories to care. Bottom line, they will deliver their share of greatness. Number 4, thought-provoking and enticing action. The trailers are more or less teasing the action. From what they have shown, they only show small glimpses of what it's truly like. There will be some flashy action such as water breathing technique in which you will learn during the runtime. But more importantly, and rightfully so, it focuses more on the substance. It isn't about explosion or how cool the attack looks. It's all about the swordplay. There's a good amount of slick choreograph to enjoy, and with the animation looking incredibly promising by the trailers and feedbacks from the movie premiere, it's safe to say it's going to captivate you. The other neat feature is the variety of the battle. It's not going to simply resort to stronger enemy by strength only. There will be ones that are puzzling, tricky, and creative with its design and attack. It's like fighting against a boss in an action video game. There's always a new challenge to deal with. The best part of his action is how it focuses on a tactical move, and the mind is about how to strike down the enemy despite at a disadvantaged state, or how to survive the onslaught. Rarely the good guy overpowers the enemy, so it is rewarding when they succeed on winning. The other part is the mind. It becomes unnerving when you pay close attention to their action that is complemented by their train of thoughts. It can get heart-pounding whenever they feel fear, such as a rookie mistake, or how they can win and survive. Its core of battle remains strong and evolve whenever a character develops. Every time there is one, a new obstacle awaits. While the action isn't about flashiness, the impact, however, packs a lot of punch. A strike can mean so much because how it truly feels painful, or how they react to the damage that slowly eats their courage away. Even during a normal skirmish, it still leaves a weight to their action. It has its rewards and consequences. In short, the action can be seriously fantastic. With the animation this mesmerizing, the sound department leaving strong impact, appealing characters, and the weight behind the battle, you will not want to stop watching. This is Kimetsu no Yaiba Anime. Got any more questions about the anime? Share your question in the comment below. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.